What if the key to calming your entire nervous system was hidden in your foot, not in a pill, not in a deep therapy session, but in one small, quiet movement so simple most people would overlook it? This isn't just a toe. It's a biological switch waiting to be activated. And when you gently rub it in a specific way, something strange begins to happen. Your shoulders soften, your jaw loosens, your chest opens up, and you start to breathe again, almost like your body remembers a language it forgot long ago. A language of touch, of presence, of calm. Ancient healers believed this toe was linked to energy centers responsible for grounding the spirit and soothing the mind. Modern science? It shows us that this area connects to a web of nerves receptors that send signals deep into your brainstem, helping you shift out of survival mode. Imagine this. You're sitting quietly, the world still spinning with chaos. And with just 2 fingers, you begin rubbing this point. You feel a pulse, a warmth, a drop, almost like you've stepped out of time. This is the power most people never learn to access. But you're about to, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to awaken this point, how to breathe through it, and how to use it to restore your inner balance. Anytime, anywhere. So take a breath in, let your shoulders fall, and stay with me. You're about to meet a forgotten part of your nervous system. You might not know this, but there's a tiny command center at the edge of your body, tucked quietly inside your foot, that can signal calm to your entire system, just by the way it's touched. We're talking about your big toe, not just the surface, but a precise point just under the pad where nerve endings, energetic meridians, and subtle tension patterns converge. It may sound strange, but this one spot, when rubbed gently, in a circular motion, can begin to unravel stress that's been locked in your body for years. In ancient Chinese medicine, this area is connected to the spleen and liver meridians, 2 energy channels deeply tied to emotional digestion, mood regulation, and inner stillness. They believe that the big toe wasn't just part of the foot. It was a gateway to the earth, a grounding root that anchors you when the world feels unstable. In reflexology, the big toe is mapped to your brain and pituitary gland. It's considered the head of the foot, containing delicate pressure points linked to your nervous system, pineal gland, and even the vagus nerve's calming branches. But here's what's even more interesting. This practice isn't new. It's forgotten. In Ayurveda, a healing tradition thousands of years old, healers would perform padabhyanga, a ritual of oil massage on the feet before bed. They believed that rubbing this toe could settle the wind of the mind, cool the body's fire, and restore inner balance between the senses. And today, neuroscientists are slowly catching up. They're discovering how stimulation of the feet, especially precise areas like the toe, can trigger brain relaxation, reduce sympathetic overdrive, and activate a calm, parasympathetic state. But you don't need a lab coat or belief system to feel it. Just a few quiet minutes, a gentle rub, and your body will begin to show you. You see, this technique is simple, but it's not random. You'll be applying intentional touch to a biologically sensitive point. And with every slow stroke, you're telling your nervous system, it's safe now, you can soften. This isn't about force. It's about presence. And the more present you are with your body, especially in this overlooked area, the more your system begins to return to its natural rhythm. This toe, this moment, this motion, it becomes a conversation between your fingers and your brain, between the energy that's stuck and the part of you that's ready to move again. This is what you'll learn today: how to wake up this ancient signal. how to use your breath as an amplifier, and how this small sacred movement can reconnect you to a state of deep nervous peace. So take off your shoes, feel the ground beneath you, and get ready to remember something your body already knows. At first glance, it might seem impossible that rubbing your toe could change how your brain reacts to stress. But your body is more interconnected than most people realize, especially when it comes to your nervous system. Let's start with the basics. Your big toe isn't just bone and skin, it's a dense cluster of nerve endings, sensory receptors, and reflex points. When you gently stimulate this specific point under the key toe, you're activating branches of the peripheral nervous system, particularly fibers connected to the tibial nerve and sciatic nerve, which run all the way up the leg into the spinal cord. From there, the signals travel toward your brainstem, where a vital switch lives, a deep ancient part of you called the parasympathetic nervous system. This system is what slows your heart rate, deepens your breath, and tells your body, you're safe now. You can rest. Here's where it gets fascinating. Stimulation of the feet, especially the toes, has been shown to influence vagal tone, the health of your vagus nerve. This nerve is like a two-way radio between your brain and your organs. When the vagus nerve is toned and active, your body stays in balance. When it's suppressed or ignored, tension builds, especially in the gut, heart, and chest. But there's more. Your foot is also home to mechanoreceptors, special sensors that respond to gentle pressure and movement. These aren't just touch sensors. They're part of your body's feedback loop, helping regulate mood, memory, and the release of common neurotransmitters like acetylcholine and GABA in reflexology, which overlaps both tradition and neurology. The big toe is seen as the head center. Modern scans now confirm this. Functional MRI studies show that foot stimulation lights up the brain's sensory cortex, particularly areas related to emotion, regulation, and executive function. So what does all this mean? It means that when you gently rub this toe, you're not doing something silly. You're engaging your nervous architecture in a highly intelligent way. You're speaking directly to the system that controls anxiety, heart rhythm, breathing, digestion, and even immune response. This is why it works, even if you don't fully believe it. Because your body listens to sensation. It doesn't need permission from your mind. Touch bypasses doubt. And through that touch, the body opens. So when you place your fingers on this toe, you're not just rubbing skin. You're flipping a neurological switch and sending a message of peace to every cell in your system. Let's begin. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. Sit down somewhere comfortable, on the floor, on a cushion, or at the edge of your bed. Let your knees bend softly. Let your breath settle. Now, slowly bring your attention down to your feet. Take off your socks. Feel the air on your skin. You're going to work with your right big toe first. Cycle 1. The awakening touch. Place your right ankle gently over your left knee, so your foot is accessible. Take your right thumb and press it softly against the pad of your big toe, that fleshy area just below the nail, toward the center. Now bring your index finger underneath the toe, holding it lightly between your fingers like you're holding something sacred. Begin small, slow, circular motions with your thumb, while your index finger supports from underneath. Don't force it. Don't rush. Just a light, rhythmic movement like smoothing water over a stone. As you do this, take a slow breath in through your nose and let it fall out through your mouth. Feel your jaw relax. Feel your shoulders melt. Now visualize this. Warm golden light beginning to glow from the tip of your toe. spreading like liquid sunlight down into your foot, up through your leg, and into your belly. Rub for about 60 seconds. You may feel warmth, tingling, or an odd pulse begin to stir. This is your nervous system waking up. Stay with it. Cycle 2. The grounding breath. Now pause. Place your foot down for a moment. Bring both hands to rest lightly on your thighs. Close your eyes. Feel the difference between both feet. Notice any tingling, any subtle shift in temperature or energy. Now switch sides. Lift your left foot and cross it gently over your right knee. Hold the big toe with your opposite hand in the same way, thumb on top, finger below. But this time, sync the rubbing motion with your breath. Try this. Inhale slowly as you rub in a circular motion for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 4 seconds, continuing the motion. Repeat. Inhale, rub. Exhale, rub. And as you do this, imagine you are drawing tension out of the body through the toe. Picture that tension as a gray mist, being pulled down from your neck, your chest, your mind, gathering at the toe and slowly dissolving with each exhale. Continue for about a minute. Stay soft. Stay gentle. Let each breath be a wave. And let your hands ride it. Cycle 3. The integration. Hold. Now we move into stillness. Once you've rubbed both toes, let your hands fall away. Place both feet flat on the ground. Sit upright, with your spine soft but tall. Now take your right hand and place it lightly on your heart. Place your left hand gently over your lower belly. Close your eyes and breathe into the space. Between those two hands, you're not touching the toe anymore, but the effect lingers. The nervous system is listening. It has heard the signal. Now imagine golden light rising from your toes, curling up your legs, filling your spine, and blooming gently into your chest. Hold this vision for a few breaths. Let the silence settle in. Let the stillness speak. And now, notice how you feel. Do your thoughts feel slower? Does your breath come more easily? Do you feel just a little more here? What you just did wasn't just self-care. It was nervous system communication. It was ritual. It was remembering. This practice is gentle, but it's potent. You didn't force relaxation, you invited it. You sent a soft signal to your brain, your heart, and your gut that said, "Come back. You're safe here now." You activated an ancient pathway through skin, breath, and awareness. And your body responded. You may not understand it all with your mind, but your nervous system does. Something changes the moment you touch that point, not just in your foot, but in your breath, your chest, your thoughts, your entire inner landscape. What begins as a small motion often creates a ripple far deeper than expected. You might feel it subtly at first, like a slow exhale you didn't realize you were holding, or a strange warmth curling up from your foot into your belly, like something dormant has been gently stirred. Some people say their mind goes quiet, not with force, not with effort, but as if the background static of daily life just drops. Others feel a release in the throat, or a surprising softening in the heart, as though something heavy has finally begun to melt. You may notice that your eyes want to close, not from tiredness, but from a desire to turn inward. The world gets quieter. Your awareness expands. This isn't just imagination. It's your nervous system shifting out of hypervigilance, out of the constant low-grade tension it's been carrying, and into parasympathetic safety. A sense of clarity often follows. You start to realize how much your body was gripping, how much pressure you were unconsciously carrying in your spine, your face, your gut, And now, you feel space. Some people cry here, not from sadness but from relief, because for the first time in a long time, they feel their body receive safety instead of chase it. Others feel like they've come back home, not to a place, but to a state of inner coherence. Mind, breath, and body in one quiet rhythm. There's also a spiritual effect that can emerge here. The toe, as strange as it sounds, is a grounding portal. When you rub this point and awaken that line of energy, it brings your awareness downward, toward the earth, toward embodiment, toward presence. That it anchors your scattered thoughts. It gathers your spirit back into the moment, and you begin to feel more rooted in yourself. In these quiet shifts, something else often rises, a memory, a realization, a softness. Because when the nervous system lets go, the truth has room to rise. So ask yourself gently, what did my body tell me just now? What emotion softened? What sensation surprised me? There is deep wisdom in those answers. What you just felt was not small. It was your body remembering its original frequency, before fear, before performance, before pressure. You've touched something real, and it's still humming under your skin. You don't need 30 minutes or a sacred retreat to access this shift. This can be your 2-minute daily ritual, each morning or evening. Just sit down, take a slow breath, and gently rub your big toe in those same slow, circular motions. Right thumb to the pad, left thumb. 1 minute each. Let your breath follow the motion. Let your thoughts settle into your feet. Over time, this tiny practice becomes a nervous system anchor, a reminder to your body that it doesn't have to live in tension. What begins as a foot massage becomes a daily rebalancing signal. After a few days, you may sleep deeper. You might feel less reactive during stressful moments. You may notice your breath drop faster, your emotions soften quicker, and your body trust you a little more. This is how small movements create lasting change. Not by force, but by repetition. So start today, just 2 fingers, 2 minutes, 1 toe. Your future nervous system will thank you. Your body has always held the code to calm, you just needed the key. And sometimes, that key is your toe. If this brought you even a moment of stillness, imagine what awaits in the next layer. Try this again tomorrow, and when you're ready, watch this next video. Press this spot behind your ear to silence inner chaos. Like, subscribe, and share this with someone whose nervous system needs a breath of peace. Your healing journey has already begun.